human spirit is pretty strong, but I don't know if it's 15 niggas versus one gorilla strong.
You're a disgrace to your species.
Yeah, what? You're telling me you don't think you could do it?
I mean, if I'm faced with trying to kill the gorilla, yeah, I'm gonna say fuck, I can do it. But like, you know what I mean? It's like shit.
Exactly. So
I
you know
really
you can do
hope I'm not like guy 1 through 6.
All right, so Alfonso, we think you should go first. You should lead the charge.
You wouldn't even have enough time for your life to flash before your eyes. That shit would just be gone.
It's literally the Kingpin when he killed Spider-Man.
Yeah. That shit would just be gone. That's crazy. I'm John.
I'm Alfonso.
And I'm Darren.
Welcome to the Scat Cast. We don't know either.
Hell no.
Have y'all heard about like the fucking gorilla debate recently?
Yes, nigga, let's go. Let's fucking go. Dude, this is like, why is this like the dudes?
I love the memes.
This is, oh my god, this is
It's the new version of like the fucking Pokemon versus Lions debate. You know what I'm talking about?
I think this is better than that.
I think it definitely, this is like a more like apt thing. Like I feel like people in this position are like, damn, I could actually dead ass do that. You know what I mean?
Okay, but let's start with the original question. Let's build on 100 niggas, specifically niggas. I think 100 niggas more than likely have a strap on them. Wait, were we assuming they were unarmed? Was this like straight, just like numbers?
Dude, one person could kill a gorilla if they were armed. What the fuck?
I mean, it depends on what they have.
But that's what they said, niggas. So like, how nigga is? You know how like how. You know what I mean? Like the logistics of this. Okay, they're unarmed.
Yeah,
you guys are looking at me like,
yeah, like okay, all right, pal, all right.
Okay. Anyway, so
go on, whatever the fuck you're about to say. Like, go for it.
Okay. So 100 niggas unarmed versus a gorilla. Do you think they take it?
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Okay. 100 dudes versus a gorilla. And like I'll pull out the Ben 10 rule. These are like peak gorillas of like, these are the gorillas. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a gorilla.
One gorilla.
Oh, I meant like, you know, like these are some niggas, but gorilla in a single. Anyway. Anyway, that's stay focused. We got
okay. All right, pal. Okay.
It's for the monkeys.
All right.
Okay. Prime gorilla, 100 dudes.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
I think 100 average dudes could do it. Honestly, throw a couple below average dudes in there too. I think this will be fine.
Mixed bag. Like
yeah, like just like whatever the median.
But the mixed bag is like
all
three extremes. So like couple fit dudes, couple moderate, couple skinny. You think
something that's representative of the population.
Isn't that a like the Romans did it? They had groups of 100 dudes. What a centurion is. One of those 100.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but the difference is they had like armor and spears
and
shields
but
and shit.
It's just one fucking monkey. So I mean, like,
they also weren't fighting gorillas or fighting other dudes with shields and spears.
And elephants.
Yeah, I guess.
Fighting an elephant. Actually, that would have been a better
Cavalry.
question. 100 dudes versus an elephant.
Cavalry is pretty fucking terrifying. You know how fast a horse runs?
I can promise you that an elephant would do much better than a gorilla.
Yes, it's an armored fucking
no
tank.
shit.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
It would just.
What?
Okay, no, fuck that. Fuck the gorilla now. Okay, real question. 100 niggas versus an elephant.
No, the elephant, dude. The AOE.
Yeah,
AOE is
it would
crazy.
walk around fucking swinging its trunk back and forth and shit.
Dude, just look at it. What the fuck? No.
This motherfucker would be playing like a fucking beat 'em up game while everyone else is like running around fighting for dear life.
Like that scene from Modern Warfare, Remember No Russian, and just spraying down the fucking
like
terminal.
Okay, with a gorilla, it's like okay, with enough people you can like subdue it.
Okay, but with
just dogpile it. I mean,
yeah, but with an elephant, you can't dogpile a fucking elephant.
Okay.
The best you could do is probably like stack yourself on each other's shoulders if somebody can even bear that weight.
Yeah,
and then you like make a human ladder to like
you do like
mount
the
elephant.
You do it like what the zombies did in fucking
Daisy.
Yeah,
not Daisy. What's it called?
World
War Z.
World War Z. You like fucking like climb up on top of the elephant, like fucking start scratching
the
at it and
shit.
shit.
Have a fucking field day.
You would literally have to form like a human choke chain.
Yeah.
Like you would literally have to have like 2 or 3 dudes just fucking squeeze for dear life.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Okay. 100 guys versus an elephant with a gorilla riding it.
I don't think the gorilla is going to make much of a difference. I still think the elephant takes
it
it.
would.
No, make it a 3-way fight. Make it a 3-way fight. 100 guys.
So the gorilla is also attacking the elephant.
No, I was saying like the gorilla's riding the fucking elephant and everything.
Okay, if the elephant was going to win before, why is it not going to win now?
How many guys do you think it would take?
Oh, wait, what was your question?
I didn't even ask it, but like, how many guys
what was the original? Wait, you said 100.
I didn't even ask a specific question.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I thought you were asking 100 guys versus elephant and gorilla. I was like, okay, sorry.
What would it
double
take?
fucked.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, I don't know. With the gorilla, I think it's honestly pretty easy. I think you can do that shit with like 10
How many
I'm not
guys
gonna
would
lie.
die before you got the gorilla? That's the real question to this answer.
I've seen a lot of people saying the thing would be like 30 to 40.
30 to 40.
I think you do it 15. 15 easy.
15 die before we get the gorilla down. Mine's were in like the lower side of like
I
the double
think
digits.
if you had 15 dudes, you could beat the gorilla with like 4 guys dying.
no,
I think you could.
15 guys, you're all fucking dead. You're
I
all,
don't think they're all dead. I think maybe half would get like,
like,
injured,
I think they
broken
would win,
bones
though.
and stuff.
They would win, though.
but like you would have to kill the gorilla to not die. You
Okay,
think like
yeah,
all
they can do that.
15 could get out of that
can do
situation?
Yeah, I think half of them would be hospitalized like severely, if not dead. That's my prediction.
Well, what's
Half
a
of the
gorilla
15.
going to do against 15 guys? That's a lot of guys.
How many of those guys are scared, not strong enough, freaking the fuck out, or watching?
You don't think a gorilla's freaking the fuck out during
That's
this?
what makes the gorilla don't dead because I gotta kill 15 of these niggas.
Yeah, it's probably stressing. What the fuck you mean?
It's not gonna have a heart
Probably
attack.
more afraid than the guys are.
Yeah.
But like, if it's
I don't care how big you are. Imagine seeing 15 dudes who are like just slightly smaller than you, like fucking booking it towards you.
And
What the
they're
fuck
all,
are you
they've all
gonna
just
do?
got like, like shit on
They're
their
fucking.
face.
They know they're about to die. Like these are people fighting for fucking like everything. Like
I would imagine like those scenes in movies. Okay, like a Hulk scene, like Hulk punches you and you just get fucking ricocheted. I feel like the first couple of dudes that's how they go. Instantly.
Gorilla's got some nasty fangs too.
just like
Yeah.
straight up, just
It's a
one,
nasty bite.
two, and then just pop, and then the guy who gets popped, like you just impact in the chest.
yeah.
And shit like I don't know. I feel like you're gonna lose 15 niggas to a gorilla, like a prime silverback gorilla. You're going.
I mean, how many realistically, right? How many guys do you think it would take to like subdue a gorilla? Like hold it down.
Ooh, just hold it down.
Yeah.
30 or 40? Somewhere in 30 or 40.
30 or 38, 40 people can't even put their hands on it
Yeah.
at the same
What the
time.
fuck do you mean?
No, like dogpiling, like the weight of. I feel like because
So you don't think there's any way for you to hold down a gorilla without like piling your entire body on top of it?
no,
30 bodies.
no, because it's too fucking brawling. Like you just okay, no.
You know, like fucking.
If you're doing it barehanded, no, there's no way. You're with your little baby arms are gonna grab a fucking 19-inch python bicep and tell us, "Come walk with me, sir." Out this, is no.
I feel like you're just telling on yourself. At
What
this
if
point. I
what if
don't
you
know.
had
I feel
like
I
what if
could.
you had like 7 dudes on each arm?
Yeah.
Just like
Like, what the fuck is he
know?
gonna do? It fucking knows it lost. Like, what the fuck is it gonna do?
How
It can't even pound on his chest. It's got dudes on his arms.
So
it's not
basically,
gonna get his fucking
you're
power
saying
up and shit. What the fuck?
How many guys would die before it got one arm though?
Before, like, you got 7 guys on one arm?
We got before guys because niggas are gonna die before that one when you get arm one. This is literally like the fucking scene from Attack on
Like,
Titan
3 or
charging.
4. Because I think, like, when you get, like, all those people running at it, it's like, he's gonna, like, fucking
you would
swing.
definitely have to bum rush it at the exact same time.
Yeah.
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 Both arms. Like bum rush both arms is what
Yeah,
you're
you
saying?
just split in teams of 2.
Okay.
I mean, like some people are gonna get hurt, obviously, but
Okay, just like, imagine this scenario, right? These are 15 guys. They all got told their family is held hostage in the other room. If you don't kill this gorilla right now,
I
not
got
only are you
20
gonna die,
men and put them against the gorilla.
Mr. B said he wants to make it a video. But they said, look, just like imagine, right? If all these guys know that not only they're gonna die if they fail, their families are gonna die too. You're telling me you don't think these 15 guys can take out a gorilla?
The human spirit is pretty strong, but I don't know if it's 15 niggas versus one gorilla strong.
You're a disgrace to your species.
Yeah, what? You're telling me you don't think you could do it?
I could 1v1 a gorilla? No, fuck no.
15v1. Like, if you were one of those 15 guys, you'd be like, oh, there's no way we're doing it. I'd be like, no, I'm going to fucking kill that gorilla. What do you mean?
I mean, if I'm
Barehanded, I'm choking it.
I mean, if I'm faced with trying to kill the gorilla, yeah, I'm gonna say fuck, I can do it. But like, you know what I mean? It's like shit.
Exactly. So
I
you know
really
you can do
hope I'm not like guy 1 through 6.
it. I mean, you never know. Like,
All right, so Alfonso, we think you should go first. You should lead the charge.
Yeah.
so you just got to be smart about it. Like, fucking run in, fucking cod slide underneath the gorilla's legs, fucking get behind it. Like, you wouldn't even have enough time for your life to flash before your eyes. That shit would just be gone.
It's literally the Kingpin when he killed Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, that shit would just be gone. That's crazy. I don't know, because, like, imagine, like, if you had them, like, surrounding the gorilla and shit. Like, imagine you're not even, like, running dead at it. Like, you had everyone surrounding the gorilla, fucking going like serpentine and shit.
I see what you're saying.
Like, what's it can't do anything against that.
With
What's it gonna do?
15
Spin?
15. Okay. So you're at. Okay. I'm just thinking bum rushing.
Yeah.
So if you're doing strategy, 15. Yeah, you can do that because
Exactly,
You
yeah.
can, you can confuse it, and then it's like, oh, this one right
But
here.
the bum rushing is the strategy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like one grabs the leg and as soon as it goes to the guy on the leg, the guy grabs his arm, some guy grabs his neck. Like you just kind of fuck with it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I
Like-
think you could easily take out a gorilla like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Or then you just use the other guys to just press it down to the ground, and then one guy
Yeah.
just sits on his neck.
I saw a couple other people making like a top 10 dudes that they would want to
Yo,
fight the gorilla.
actually-
Can we go like in a circle and like go around so we have like I guess 9 because there's 3 of us here?
Yeah.
Who would you want? Like if you knew that like if we didn't beat this gorilla, humanity is like done for, right? Mm-hmm. Who would you want to pick for this fucking team to take out this gorilla?
I've seen
Dwayne.
Dwayne fight too many CGI animals. That nigga needs to be on this team to prove that he can do this shit.
That thing would be like, damn, that's a fucking another gorilla too, and like not even want to fight him. I don't know.
I'm just saying he needs to prove his spot.
So Dwayne. We got Dwayne on there. Darren, you got one?
Liver King.
Isn't he dead?
Is he dead?
I thought he died.
Wait, really?
Who's liver?
Dude, that guy looks like he's on his fucking deathbed every time I see him.
He looks like he has ascites, but I'm pretty sure it's just roid gut. Is he dead?
Every time I look at that guy, he's like fucking drenched in sweat.
Oh my.
He's like fucking bright red. Like,
No, he's alive.
okay.
Is he okay?
Is he okay?
No, he's got roid gut. Look at him. But I mean, he's got mass.
Okay, so far we got the Liver King, and we got fucking
Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I want Shaq in there.
Ooh, that's
Yo,
that's a good
actually,
pick.
I didn't.
I don't know why we
Gorillas
didn't say
are-
that first.
No, Shaq could be our actual. Like he could be because gorillas actually react to Shaq as a gorilla.
Yeah.
They
That's
see him.
Have you not seen the
told us
clip of
about
the zoo?
that.
Yeah.
They
I forgot
react
about
to,
that.
so literally we could use them, like those berserkers who have like that rage roar.
I mean,
where
I'm
you
just
get everyone
saying,
to
like,
target you.
if
He
you're-
gets the gorilla to target him.
Because I'm just saying, like, if you're a gorilla, what the fuck else out there is gonna freak you out more than Shaquille O'Neal?
I mean nothing but
This
That
fucking
must be like an
big ass 8 foot tall dude, like fucking just running towards you.
big ass hands.
Yeah.
It's like, you're squaring up for real.
Honestly, with these 3, I think they might be able to take that shit alone. You think it's enough?
Ooh, that would actually be like not even gonna make that would be like a really hype action movie scene. Like you don't
Yeah.
know if they have it, but like you logically it's like one guy
Yeah.
for each station. The arms and like the final blow. It's like, dude, do they have? Does Liver King do like the?
I think
eye
all
of
3
iron?
of them are gonna get some pretty nasty bruises, broken bones, and bites, but I think ultimately they can do it.
I think Liver King
so,
pulls
too.
like the I am Iron Man. Like
Oh, I forgot Liver King was one of the 3.
like Shaq.
He's the fucking bait. They just throw him in
You know,
there.
Shaq's like the Hulk v Thanos scene where they're fighting, and then like he like the thing's about to bite him, and he jumps in front.
God damn.
Insane Shaq.
I saw someone say fucking Mike Tyson. I'm like,
Yo, that would actually be a fight. Okay, no.
dog, he couldn't even beat Jake Paul.
You know that shit was some money.
Dog, that was the saddest thing I've ever
That shit
seen.
was for money.
I don't care.
See, the
bruh.
thing is, the gorilla won't be paying him off.
Exactly. The woman be paying him.
Exactly.
So he's gonna fight for real. Because
Yeah.
like he said that like he said he'll fight for him. He doesn't give a fuck. Like he does not care about his legacy as a fighter. He did his like this is his own word. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure
Dying to
he
a
did that
gorilla
shit
would be a
for-
crazy legacy.
No
I'm not
man,
gonna
imagine
lie.
like him and Shaq just
Killing a
fucking-
gorilla is an even crazier one.
I
I
think
think he
that
could.
they said during his prime they were gonna pay for. I think he paid. He said he was willing to do it during
Yeah.
like the prime. Yeah, that was the thing,
Oh,
right?
prime Mike Tyson easily.
No,
But
that,
Mike
during,
Tyson now, I
during
don't
his
think he could.
prime, there was like a report. Like he said he was down. He's like, I'll fight a fucking gorilla. They're like, nigga, this is illegal. Stop.
Oh, there was like a time. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember if it was him or someone else. It was like there was this gorilla acting up at the zoo. It was like fighting the other gorillas or something, and he happened to be at the zoo, and he was like, "Send me in there." And they're like,
I'll do
"No, you can't go in there."
I'll take care
But
of
he was dead serious. He was like, "Send me in there. I'll take care of it."
Gotta misbehave and.
I'd pay to watch that. Is that fucked up to say? Like, is that animal cruelty?
At that point, I mean, it might be actually.
Does it count as animal cruelty to even talk about this shit? Like,
It's
No.
almost like
Okay.
almost like equal
Well,
footing.
no, animals
It's
are
crazy.
being harmed.
well, I mean, like if it were to happen, like, would you count that as like animal
Okay, let's say
cruelty?
you
even
drop
though
Mike
that shit can
Tyson
like
in Africa.
easily
Well, are
rip you
like
in half.
15 dudes just walking around the forest and a gorilla pops out of nowhere,
Yeah.
or like what?
Sure.
Yeah, that's the hypothetical.
No, that's just like
Self-defense.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so let's
hell?
say you drop Mike Tyson in the jungle and he just happens upon a gorilla. Imagine just like the aura. Like, I can imagine like the JoJo walk.
Yeah, I was imagining that.
just
yeah.
like they're just doing some shit, dude. That like they could do like the face blow to blow thing. Where they
So do
punch
these
each
people
other.
have to be
Yeah.
alive?
What you said?
Do these people have to be alive?
Preferably.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. It's pretty hard to punch a gorilla if you're dead.
Okay.
Who are you thinking?
Who's your ghost MVP?
I think it'd be pretty cool to see Bruce Lee thrown in there, but
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Does
Bruce,
Kung Fu really help against
I feel like
gorilla?
Bruce Lee would be cool, but I think in this fight you need mass. I feel like he'd try to like fucking kick him or something, and he would fucking like he would fucking slam him down.
well, he's
Yeah.
not 1v1ing it.
Yeah, I know, but like,
He
is
would
that really gonna
he
do that
would
much
he would
damage?
I think he would do damage to the gorilla.
But like when you bring up something like Mike Tyson,
It's like a glass cannon.
It's like
Yeah.
Ooh, damn! I don't even know because like I feel like Mike Tyson was one of, like the few humans in history that could like arguably 1v1 a gorilla, and like everyone's like, oh, I mean, maybe.
I still don't think he could 1v1 a gorilla. But
I mean, it'll be a pretty close fight. It'll be like a fucking Sukuna versus Gojo fight. You're like,
Is Hulk Hogan really 6'7"?
He's
probably.
pretty tall.
I wouldn't be
He's
surprised.
pretty tall.
He's always looked short to me.
Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
Who does he stand
How does
next
he look
to?
short to you?
Like, I've only seen him on TV.
So like waist up.
I mean, I'm sure
Yeah.
most people
Oh,
look
yeah.
short on TV besides like Shaquille because all the cameramen are like aiming from below. But
Yeah.
what were you gonna say, Darren?
You're living MVP.
Oh, I guess fucking 6'7" Hulk Hogan, sure. Yeah, brother, we're gonna get this gorilla, brother. Yeah, gotta get the gorilla, brother.
He's got like the same issue as Mike Tyson though. He's like 75.
Let me see what it looks like now.
Oh, brother.
He's pretty like
Yeah.
crankly.
He's pretty up there in age.
How many Joe Bidens do you think it would take to take down a gorilla?
How many
300.
Joe Bidens?
300.
No.
Like,
How
they
many
got the
Joe
Spartans.
Bidens could a gorilla kill before it died of exhaustion?
Probably like.
I'll say 75.
You think that's all?
I think like mauling an old man, like after like the 60th one, you're pretty fucking tired.
So that means.
And then the 15, it
So that
kind of
means that means you think 100 able-bodied people can easily take down a
easily,
gorilla.
yeah, easily. 100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because at that point,
I don't even know why this is a debate. Like, why are people even questioning if 100 people would take down a gorilla? It's 100 people.
because it's like I think the
It's
hidden
not an elephant.
the hidden
I think
part
people
is
just don't know how big 100 is when it's in front of them.
Yeah.
that, and I think like the hidden part is like everyone's thinking like how many people will die before you can do the job. And it's like
Yeah.
yeah. I've been watching a lot of To Catch a Predator at my job, and it's really
Ooh, dude, send EDP in there.
ooh.
We didn't finish our 10, did we?
No, we didn't actually.
I think we
That
said
would be-
3 was enough, but
Send EDP in there.
Put him in. Put him in. Coach.
just send him there just
Or,
because. Use him as bait.
He's a big guy.
I mean, it'll take a lot of time for the gorilla to do some
He
damage
could,
to him.
yeah, he could probably tank a couple hits for sure.
Who's that,
But I don't know. It's really interesting to like what people will say when like it's really the lies. I think what that show has taught me is like there are
Wait, you're telling me pedophiles lie?
no, it's how they lie. Okay, Sean, fuck you. I mean, like there's cases of dudes who are like saying the most heinous, horny things to where they think are not people of age,
Yeah.
and then Gideon of all people will read back these text messages to them, and they'll be like, "Oh, my phone must have been hacked. It came from your number. My phone must have been hacked. It was inside your pocket. My phone was been hacked." And it's like,
Yeah.
I lend people my phone. He's like, "So you're saying one of your 5 friends is doing?" Well, I mean, it's
From
like,
your phone.
from
Yeah.
your phone.
Yeah.
And then there's other guys that are like, I don't want to say you feel bad for them, but you look at them and you're like, why? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so like,
Because
either-
why would anyone do it?
no. Why? Like the whys, and like you look at them and either they're like really well articulated and educated, or they're like really young and not ugly, and you're like, why? And then like from what I've seen from those guys, it's usually like either they have small dicks. I'm being so honest. I'm being so real. I'm being so honest. I'm being so fucking real right now. It's either they have small dicks, or they don't have relationship experience, and this is
That's probably a large part of it, yeah.
But
I think they just like kids.
well, that's what they're
I
saying.
feel like with a
It
lot
could-
of people, it's probably like ingrained in them. Like, I feel like with a lot of people, it probably is just like ingrained in them. It's just like a thing. I don't know.
What do you mean? Like, what part of this is ingrained in them? The not to touch them or to touch them?
Like, not
They
to
just
touch-
like kids.
Yeah, like not to touch them because that's fucked up, and acting on it's fucked up and gross and horrible. But I think it's kind of the same thing as like, I mean, Are you in control of what you're attracted to?
Yes. I mean,
You
with the
are?
sense of like, I'm not gonna do something or act out of
But
like.
that's what I'm saying. I like ignore the acting part, just like the attraction part. Are you in control of what you're attracted to?
I would like to say yes to some degree.
And I feel like most people aren't.
Oh.
Well, even then, you have a type. It doesn't mean you go around, like, what do you call it? Like soliciting and raping people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like-
Like, obviously, acting on it's a whole other fucking different thing. That's crazy.
But like, isn't that the whole point of the attraction is to get to that outcome? So I feel like it's almost like one and the same. It's like if that's your end goal always, then like.
I don't know if that's necessarily their goal.
I mean, they
I don't think most people
show up
like
to
to
this
do it.
thing
Wait,
operations.
So if you
they
like,
show up to this thing.
if you like listen to like a lot of these like interviews they do with him too, a really
Yeah.
common thread is that they all have like crippling porn addictions
Yeah.
that started from a really young age.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or they were touched as a kid,
Yeah.
and that trauma probably influenced
Yeah.
how they feel about
Because
kids.
keep in mind, you're saying like these are the people that show up to the stings or whatever. I promise you, more than double that have those feelings and never act on them.
Well, cause
Easily more than double that.
Because I've heard even from like Skeeter John, like sometimes they won't take the bait and they won't show up because that means like their brain works towards like this is
I'm
obviously
pretty sure
not.
most don't take the bait.
Honestly, I feel like most don't.
I promise you, there are like a disgustingly high number of people who are like into that type of thing.
I mean, they
promise
traded.
you.
They traded online, like
Yep.
in like what was the messenger called? What? Not
It's
WhatsApp.
gross.
Oh no, I know what you mean. It's
It's the green one, whatever the green one.
WhatsApp?
no,
Telegram.
no, Telegram. Yes,
Telegram.
yeah.
Ew.
Because it's encrypted, so they,
Yeah.
you know.
Whenever I've heard, it's always used for crime. Telegram.
Yeah,
I
for
don't know,
weed
any-
dealers and CP.
I feel like anyone that uses Telegram or WhatsApp is like instantly a red flag. I'm like, you're
No,
a
I
per-
use WhatsApp for work.
I've had to
Really?
use WhatsApp
It's a common
for work.
thing.
Yeah,
Really?
But
WhatsApp, yeah.
no, Telegram specifically is always used for crime.
Telegram. When I hear that, I think Predator.
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
instantly,
Like
I'm
if I
just like-
saw Telegram on somebody I knew's like phone, I'd be like, why the fuck do you have that?
Yeah.
Like, why could you possibly have Telegram on your phone?
Yeah.
But who brought up
I,
the point?
I thought about that, by the way. I thought about just like, what if I saw Telegram on something? Like, what the fuck would you do? Like,
Yeah.
you have to ask.
Would you ask to open it?
Yes. It'd be like, what do you use Telegram for? Oh, work? Can you show me your group chat? Like, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
fucking
it's just not-
weird.
it's like, nigga,
That's fucking weird. I
I've
don't believe
only
you.
ever seen this in
I've
like
only ever
two
used-
scenarios.
If you're selling drugs on there, just tell me. That's fine. But like,
You're a fucking pedophile, aren't
yeah,
you?
I gotta know. I gotta know. Would y'all not have the same thought?
No, I would. I don't think
okay,
I'd say
now
it,
I'm
but
having
like,
that
it would
just
cross
because
my mind.
I would have to know. I'd have
it
to
would
be
cross
like,
my mind, but I wouldn't like think anything of it.
I'd have to be like, dude, why do you
But you're
have
totally
Telegram?
right, though. If I saw that shit, I'd be like, what the fuck?
I'm probably gonna think about it now, but like I just realized Telegram because I've been watching them recently at my job to like kill time. That's like what they use, and I know why they use it because it's encrypted. So I'm like, oh. So every time they're bringing like, yeah, do you do anything on Telegram? Do you think in like some Russian app or some shit?
Yeah, a lot of them. Have you seen predator poachers of Southwest Texas?
Is
Whatever?
that what Alex?
Yeah, Alex Rosen?
Yeah.
Yes, him.
I'm literally watching one of his right now where this guy like he's one of the he's not okay. You know he looks like Gus. He looks like from a distance if you look at him he just looks like Gustavo from fucking Breaking
Like the
Bad.
Predator?
But he's a predator.
okay.
And so what's not interesting like in a good way, but interesting about him, he's like completely honest. It's as much as you can take that with a grain of salt. This is like him, he was already convicted for this, and this is him getting caught immediately. Like,
Dude, the amount of like shit Alex Rosen Gordon Flowers can get
and
out
he
of people.
says it with such like, but the thing is, like, he has his body language. The way
Dude,
he
I
talks
guarantee
to
you,
them.
Batman cannot get half of that stuff out of these people.
No, he couldn't.
God.
But like he literally it's probably half real, half faking. But like he tries to connect to
It is
some
fake.
way. It is.
He's 100% fake when he's like really nice to him.
Yeah.
Because he knows they'll open up. If
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like
he presents himself as somebody who like
he's using real emotion to
Yeah.
talk to them and shit like that. And so it's like, you know, these people like he was being this dude was being so honest. He was talking about like the youngest stuff he's seen, where he's seen it, how it happened. For him, he was like, it's not even like for him, it's like the taboo part of it is why he's doing it. It's not like some like he was doing touched. He said like he was touched by an older woman when he was younger, but like I guess maybe that could have been like because apparently I don't know. Gordon Flowers said like statistically, at 4 or 5, that's when children develop that's the earliest they've tried to start develop a sexual identity. So he's saying basically it's a point of like, okay, He said that when the guy mentioned the children's age, he was like, "This is what that," and so because going back to the first part, the guy had a standard, even though he was already into young children. He was like on the same Telegram app. He was like, "Yeah, I've seen."
He had a standard.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, they're posting like babies on there.
Yeah,
like
that's
and then he's like,
dude,
and then he looked at it. And he's like, I couldn't watch. Like, he felt grossed out. He's like, I think for him he said 12 and up, whatever. And I was like, exactly. But you see how he like said, like you're already like the worst part, and he's like those guys, those guys.
I mean, at least babies are off the table. I
don't even know
what to say.
But then bringing it back to the
you
point,
can't be mad about it.
you know, like there's just there's a lesser of two evils.
That's crazy.
How a lot of the group chats actually do it is that every like 72 hours you have to post some kind of thing or else they kick you.
Because they think you're a cop or something.
Yeah.
Shit, probably. Because they think you're a cop. You either participate
Every 72 hours?
Either you're participating in
like a cop's going to post that shit for 1 hour and then miss it the next 3? Like, they're not going to post the child porn anyways.
No, but...
Well, that's the thing. If you don't post, they kick you.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you said, like, they have to do it every 72 hours.
No, the guy was talking, they have
that's their requirement. It's like, if you want to be in this group, you have to do this or something every 72 hours.
That's crazy.
Yes, you have to be a part of the crime.
So how would you be a cop if you did it once? Like, if you're sending pictures of that at all, you're not a cop.
Well, he's saying that's how they deter, like, that stuff.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Because imagine a random name just pops in somehow and the cop's just monitoring you and guys who sends what. Because you have to be a part of the crime. It's illegal for the cop to do it, so they just can only see when you trade and move stuff around.
That's just gross.
Yeah, it is gross. It is gross. But, I don't know, because he was being so honest about it, I've actually, like, learned a lot about that, not like in a good way, but, like, more of, like, understanding, oh, that's how severe and how serious this shit is. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, you know, you watch Chris Hansen, it was very polished, it was all behind TV. But this man was, like, I'm still not done with it. This man's just,
dude, he does, like, long interviews.
Yeah, this one's like an hour and a half. This guy's just talking about it. And I guess it's like his...
I never finished it, but I started this video on YouTube, and it was, like, an interview with a pedophile. Mm-hmm. And the video's, like, 2 hours long or something like that. And it's literally just, like, someone who was like... Yeah, I'm attracted to kids. Just interview me or whatever the fuck. It's like a psychologist interviewing him. I didn't finish it. I need to like go back and watch it at some point. Did he at least
explain why he was like what was
a pedophile?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just like, I can't help it. It's just something I'm attracted to. He's never acted on it or anything. He's just like, it's just something I'm attracted to. I don't know.
Oh, that was
because I mean, it's kind of the same idea as like, can you help the fact that you're attracted to like women? Like, if you wanted to force yourself to be attracted to a man, do you think you could?
Force myself?
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you're saying you can control who you're attracted to, can you just make yourself attracted to a man?
Are you a hermaphrodite?
What? What?
Why am I getting both?
Oh, they're saying, like, he becomes a hermaphrodite. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean... No, aren't those the animals in nature that can change their gender?
Yeah.
The clownfish?
Yeah.
He's saying attracted to it, though. Not
yeah,
like,
he's asking me,
just like fucking...
He's asking me if I could, like... just fuck dudes on a whim.
I don't know, changing his sexuality is the same thing. I don't know what.
Those are very different things.
Whatever.
Growing a vagina versus fucking.
He's like, hey, watch this.
Well, I didn't mean it in like the literal sense. It was like a metaphor. Okay, whatever. Carry on.
I think it's bisexual.
Yeah, it's called. There's a name for that. It's not a hermaphrodite. I like dudes and girls. Wait, are you a hermaphrodite?
Well, no. Like specifically the changing between one and the other. That's what I meant by that. It's metaphorical. Whatever. Keep going.
Anyways, do you think you could? Because that's kind of like how I view it. I'm like, it's a really fucked up attraction that they have, but it's also just like, I don't know if there's like a way to fix that. Because you can try going and like,
there is like therapy for it.
You can, but like
how well it works, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't looked into it.
I feel like typically that type of stuff doesn't work because like they've tried therapy to like make people not gay or whatever the fuck.
I feel like you have to like
usually work. Like you just have to like get them into counseling and just like just suppress all your urges for the rest of your life, and it's like.
But
there's no way like kids are the only thing you're attracted to.
I'd hope not.
Yeah, there's got to be other things.
I'm sure a lot of them are just attracted to kids, but
but exactly that's what I'm saying. There's got to be other things. Let's do those.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's either the taboo or like
the dog.
Please don't do that. Actually, But
I would
like,
rather
I think
somebody
it's
fuck a
the
dog
thing
than
is
a
like
child.
the porn and the taboo.
Let's not make a
part
tier
of
list
it.
of this.
It's like the intensity. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't be doing this, and you want to do it more, like that type of shit. Plus, it's like a perversion.
Yeah.
So you just kind of like hype yourself up in your head and shit. But I remember one of the things I want to talk about earlier. There was like a Reddit story. I don't know how true it is, but basically, like this guy was a nurse, and on the dude's deathbed, he made a confession to the nurse that like he's been attracted to kids his entire life, and his greatest triumph was that he never gave into it. And a lot of people were like positive and like, oh great, he wasn't a monster. Like he did. And I was like, in a sense, I was like, you're right that you feel good that he didn't end up on this show, but it's like in my head, I'm just wondering like. Is it something he could have controlled? I mean, he
did control it.
It could have like being attracted to kids, like you just couldn't stop thinking. Like you couldn't just fuck a bitch in like 18. You know what I mean? Like why?
I mean, he probably did.
No, I'm saying like, at what point in the long span of your life you didn't just accept that like 20 is okay? You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm.
I mean, he did. That's why he didn't do it.
No, because he still said he had the attraction. He just never acted on it.
Yeah. It's good he didn't act on it.
But I'm saying that he never had that attraction. He never like put it behind him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if
stayed
someone
with him.
can get rid of that though.
For like 80 plus years, you're thinking about.
Like I said, I
one
hope you
age
can, but I don't know if
range.
you
It's
always can.
I don't know. Like that just doesn't. I can't make sense of that in my head. Because even there was like, you don't like something else? You don't have like a B?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. He probably did have a B. That's
It's
why
like,
he
I
was
don't know.
fine for 80 years.
It's like I'm an ass man with a good pair of tits or a good pair of tits. You know what I mean? Like
you're spitting though.
Yeah.
it's like the same mentality I'm having. It's like if you're into kids, I mean, like he's saying, like you're like, what about 20-year-olds? I don't know.
Least.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm imagining that was the case. Is he was probably like, yeah, I mean, I do like 20-year-olds also. So I'm just not going to go for the kids,
No, yeah, like
That's probably what he did. So
I think him just not him getting over the kids is where I'm like that's wrong.
But he did, is what I'm saying. Like, he did get over it.
I mean, yes, he got over it by not doing it and
Yeah.
dying before he could. But like, let's say you just extended his life to near infinity. You think him living with that temptation every day would have not made him crack at least once?
Yeah, but your
Like,
life's
what
not
I'm like-
infinite.
that's what I'm saying. Is like it never went away. He just died before he got to do it.
I'm sure he had plenty of chances to do it, but
Died,
he didn't
you
do
know,
it.
in the sense of like, I mean, I'm not bashing this guy.
I mean, the way he admitted
Sounds
to
like you
it,
are.
the way he admitted to it, it sounded like he never planned on doing it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
No,
It's
I'm
like he
not-
was proud of himself.
yeah, I'm just saying. It's like I don't know.
Which, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty low bar. Like,
I was about to say,
Yeah.
I don't think other people should praise that. It's kind
Yeah.
of like it's expected.
Yeah.
But good for him, I guess.
Because I mean, like,
Nice job.
I would
pal.
never admit that on my deathbed. You know what I mean?
I mean, he died. But
Well,
it was
write
like
this down on his
it was like a
tombstone.
badge of honor the way he admitted it. I was like, I mean, but in my head,
Like,
I'm like,
okay, cool.
and that's what my head. I'm like, dude,
Like,
you
did he
didn't
want?
just
Did
stop.
he want the nurse to congratulate him for doing?
Okay, what if it's something that's not, like, illegal like that? What if it's something that's, like, weird?
Like he eats toenails.
Like, nah, it's just like, damn, I just, like, really want to fuck toes. Like, at all times. Like,
People have
damn.
foot fetishes. I don't care. You can.
That's what-
He's like, I'm so proud I never sucked a pair of feet in my life.
Yeah, like so I'm
Because
saying, like,
that-
stuff like that, like...
I'd have to say, I'd be like, okay.
I guess.
Why are you telling me this?
No,
You're dying.
I agree.
Like-
I agree. But I'm saying just like something weird. And it's like, I don't know, like someone has like a really weird, like fucked up fetish or something.
I eat fucking mattresses. I still wouldn't care. I'd be like, okay,
That's
probably why
what
you're
I'm
dying.
saying though. Like if it's that's probably why you're dying. That's what I'm saying. It's something like he never acted on or something like that. It's like, yeah, it's fucking weird, but like
This is the only extreme, like, only maybe murder. Like, you had a chance to kill someone who, like, touched your sister. Like, you had a chance. It's like...
well, no, like what if someone was like, yeah, I mean, my entire life I thought about killing people. I never did it. But I thought about it.
I'm glad you did it.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, I see you all as ants, and for some reason I couldn't bring myself to squash you. I'm like, you know
I
what?
don't know. I look at him. I'm like,
W
yeah.
man.
I'm like, I mean, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah. I mean, people got an it in them. Like that shit happens.
I fucking hate people too, man. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like,
I would actually
I
dap
remember-
him up. I'd be like, my man.
maybe this isn't a good comparison for the pedophilia thing. I don't know.
No, but you didn't even respect the guy who didn't murder people versus the guy who's like, yeah, I just didn't want to, diddle.
I mean, I wouldn't dap up the guy for not murdering people either. It's also a pretty low bare
Hey,
minimum
man,
thing. I don't
it's
know.
like, okay, the lesser
for some
lesser of
reason,
two
I think
evils.
murder is like more understandable than.
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
But yeah.
You know, the
pretty
lesser
fucked up.
it's the lesser of two evils.
I agree.
Because murder can have like some interesting context behind it.
It can.
Touching a kid is just touching a kid. Like what the?
There was no other thought process.
There's nothing there to like justify
There's nothing
that
to
or like yeah.
There's nothing to defend.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like murdering someone, it's like, oh, this got
What
homework to me. It's like,
happened?
oh, I mean,
Yo, this is
maybe
a
you had it
crazy
coming.
transition from the fucking gorilla conversation.
No,
to the
because when you
beginning.
look at these
Holy
sting
fuck.
operations, when they show up to the house, I'm so mad that you can like call it entrapment. But I understand why it's like you can argue it's like mind control because like they
What's funny is you can almost always predict what they're about to say before they say it too. Like there's like a script they always go through when they do everything
like
that.
we're just gonna hang out.
No, dude, she told on her profile it says 18. You have to be 18
What?
to use the
No,
website.
I
And then what
didn't
did she-
send
and then what
that.
did she say after
I
that?
didn't send those
And then
pictures.
what did she
Yeah.
say after that? That's not mine. It's Photoshop. We
Yeah.
were just gonna hang out.
Dude,
and watch the
my
movie.
phone was hacked.
Yeah. Like,
This person hacked my phone.
The amount of niggas that said my phone have been hacked is way more surprising than I
Yeah.
would have liked to expect.
this is. Do you care if I just say something like what?
It's a virus.
Do you care if I say something that's kind of off topic?
What?
So you were talking about like the hacked phone thing. Is kind of like reminded me. Have you seen like the TikTok prank where people go around like hold up their phone and they make like the Apple Pay sound on the phone?
Oh yeah, and like buy people's like purses and stuff.
No, so like they like walk up and it's like they walk past someone who's like holding their phone or whatever the fuck. They walk by and they play like the Apple Pay sound effect.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
the- yeah, I
There's
see.
like, oh yeah, thanks for $20. Like what? Like yeah, you just gave me $20, thanks. And then like, they walk off. Or like, hey, what the fuck? Come back.
I've seen those, yeah.
I saw one earlier and there was this dude in the line at Best Buy, and he did it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, thanks for the $20, man." He's like,
Wait,
"What?"
can you take people's money if you just tap your phone to their phone?
No,
Oh,
it's a prank.
No, the thing that fucked me up about it was like he did it to this guy in the Best Buy line, right? He was like in the Geek Squad line, and the guy working the Geek Squad desk was like, "Dude, give him his $20 back." Where do you like the guy in the fucking Geek Squad desk fell for it too?
I see what
They're
you're
like,
saying.
"Hey, I'm gonna fucking call the cops
doesn't
on you right
surprise
now."
me.
So it's a
That's
knowledge
crazy.
check that like if you don't know. Okay, because I was like,
The
how,
dude had an Android too.
okay, so how are people getting mad? 'Cause I was thinking it was staged or something. Like,
Well,
no one's getting mad.
whenever you tap to pay, it gives you a notification.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, why are they getting mad?
He was
if they-
like, "Give me the $20 back." He's like, "Okay, I need to see your phone." No, I don't trust you. How the fuck do you want the money back then?
Dude, another $20. Thanks.
low
That's
key-
what he said.
Yeah, you can get scammed. Scammer get scammed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish I could do pranks, but I laugh too much at shit like that. Like, I try to think about stuff like that. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna say the funniest shit ever, and I start trying to say it, and I'm like, I start giggling.
I've always wanted to do like a fake fart prank.
What's a fake fart?
So like I've seen
Like, you make a
loaf.
fart sound.
No, I've seen a
But-
loaf do this, right? You got like this mechanism, right? You have like a cup in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a straw, and like the straw has this doohickey that goes in your sleeve all the way to like your armpit. And then when you're like slurping on your drink, you go like, you blow on it, and it goes like it does like a sound or something like that. Mm-hmm. Or it makes like a really loud, just like
Pop?
fart sound,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like out of like the cup or something.
Oh, and that's what you're doing? Like you're just ripping ass?
You're just
while
ripping ass next to people. Like you go to like a Target and like this lady's like bending down on the shelf and you go next to her like looking up on the shelf and you go like,
I don't know, because I see like fucking clips from like Impractical Jokers and shit. And I'm like, dude, I wish I could do this
that
shit.
shit, dude, Practical Jokers is on a different
I
fucking
know.
level of pranks.
I
That is
wish I
so
could do
funny.
that shit. But, like, I know I would laugh. That's my only thing.
Dude.
I wish like I could be better like holding in my laughs, because like sometimes like someone's telling me like, oh yeah, my relative died or whatever, and I'm like, you know, I try not to laugh, but like it's not even like it's not, I don't think it's funny. I'm just like, damn. I'm just like,
Dude, there's
You know?
this Breakfast Club episode where like this guy's having this really emotional, like trying to have a really emotional talk with his friends.
see, I'm laughing now.
And then like he's like, and you know, I was writing my book, man, and when my father died, and that's what he goes, he's like, my father. It's like, you laughing on my father.
Yo, I'd probably laugh too. Like that shit would catch me off guard. Yo, you ever see that fucking that Bobby Lee clip where he's like,
Bobby. Bobby.
No, I'm talking about the one where he's like telling the fucking story and he's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I got molested by this guy with Down syndrome. You've never seen that?
Oh no.
He's like sitting there, he's like telling this story. He's like, yeah, I got molested by this guy with Down
And then
syndrome.
Bobby Lee just fucking like breaks out. Just
he fucking like looks at him deadpan. He's like, dude, why are you laughing at me right now? That's not funny.
well, Bobby Lee was telling the story.
Yeah,
right?
Bobby Lee was telling the story.
Who's he telling it to?
It was like another podcast.
Like,
He was a guest on a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, dude, okay, I'm gonna tell the story again right now.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
And he says it again. He's like, yeah, so he grabbed the fuck out of my dick. Like, fucking.
Yeah, I've seen that.
God, I don't know. Like, I wish I could do shit like that. I'm like fucking with people, but like, I know for a fact I would laugh.
I like Gideon does that shit. It's scary.
I don't know how people do it.
It's scary.
It's like it's a legitimately it's a talent.
Zero. Like I will say and do whatever.
It's a talent.
It
is.
I feel like if I was really sleep deprived, I could do it. It's like a straight face.
You just don't care anymore. You're just like, fuck
Yeah.
it.
I don't know. Like I've tried so many times to do shit like that, and it just doesn't work. Like, I don't know if you were there. I forget who was there with me. There was like this time I was at the mall, and this lady came up, and I'm about to sound so racist. I ain't gonna lie. This lady came up and she was telling me about her culture, and she was like, she was this Asian lady. She was showing me like these like DVDs that she was showing.
She trying to sell you something?
She was like trying to sell me some DVDs about some like interpretive dancing or some
Was
shit.
it the Shin Yun thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cult.
Yeah, but it was like DVDs about it or some shit like that. And she was like really trying to like explain it to me and like have me understand, like me specifically.
I even know it was a cult, but
That was the thing. Like I was standing with like 4 or 5 other people, and she was like singling me out and talking to me.
They know how to find
the tall white dude with fucking. I had long hair at this time and everything.
You look like
They
got yellow
know
fever.
who looks nice and will give them time.
I don't know, like I'm sitting there and like she's explaining this shit, like she dead ass talks to me for like 2 minutes straight. I'm trying so hard not to laugh. I like it's so hard not to do it at that time. And like I'm sitting there, I start shaking. Like I dead ass, like it got to the point, I don't know if y'all have ever done this, where like y'all are trying so hard to hold in a laugh, you like bite your gums.
Yeah.
Like do that shit. I was just
like I'll like curl my toe. I'll do anything but like think.
I was sitting there because I didn't want to be rude, you know what I mean? So I was still like looking at her because she was looking me dead in the eyes this entire time, dude. I was like talking to her.
Go crazy.
No, I was talking to her the entire time. I fucking like bit down on my gums. I was like, I swear to God, I started tearing up. I started tearing up.
It's like that scene from SpongeBob movie.
Yes!
Where they're rolling the bubbles. So like, who blew this bubble?
Dude, I started shaking and I started tearing up.
Goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers.
At the end, she was like, "Oh, do you want it?" I was like, no. She was like, "Okay." I was like, "Have a good day."
You, John.
And then like the second she turned around, I swear to God, I started fucking crying like crazy. The tears were rolling down my eyes. I was like trying so hard that entire time not to fucking cry. I cried. That's how hard I was laughing. That's the craziest part.
Dude,
That's fucked up.
It was an NPC moment. Did it feel like an NPC moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the craziest part to me is like when I'm singled out. I'm like, yo, this feels like one of those fucking moments in like a Bethesda game when an NPC will walk up to you. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, like these motherfuckers are walking. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I could like
do that.
If I could pick any like superpower, it would be to like control it to where I never laugh. Ever. Do you know how useful that shit would be?
That would actually be extremely useful.
That's why, like, you know how easy it would be to fuck with people?
That would be actually like a scare. I mean, it's probably because you're, I guess the actual superpower is called sociopathy, but you feel no emotion.
Well, that's an actual mental disorder. I was watching a video about that. It's pretty cool.
What's the cool thing about it? I'm actually.
It started because I went like a little like an hour-long rabbit hole about sociopathy. I thought it was pretty cool. But it started with a YouTube. No, it was like one of those Reddit stories where this guy was talking about a roommate he met in college who was like an actual diagnosed sociopath, where like he only ran on like pure logic, had like no like never did anything for like an emotional reason. Yeah, it was like a computer. He'd be like, yeah, so I discerned this because it benefited me in this way and blah blah blah. It just made more sense, like but was like never said thank you or anything. He thought it was a waste of time or whatever. Like genuinely didn't understand like human bonds or emotion. Yeah. But this guy like he wasn't like a dick like you think a sociopath would be. He was like, I mean, it's logical to be nice.
Yeah.
So he
So-
understood the benefit of working in society.
Yeah, he
Okay.
understood like that people don't like certain
Like people
things
who
said-
are weird. Yeah.
or like don't just people don't like the certain things that are said to them in a way. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you just be polite, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he had like he's already dating this girl, and then he would forget things like their anniversary. He's like, it's not a big deal, it's just a day.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Valentine's is just a day, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure she understood he was like a sociopath and just didn't get these things. But he would like slowly learn over time that like, oh, these things have meaning to people, so I should care about it, right? So then
That's good.
Just like evolves over time, still keeps up with like the dude writing a story, like to this very day, and then I don't know, just like it's logical to be nice made me happy just hearing that. But also near the end of the story, he mentions like the writer mentions that his friend who was a sociopath had a kid, and it was like his first time ever feeling like genuine like emotion and connection to a person. He was like, is it normal for me to like feel nervous? I've never felt like this before.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, but he like the first time he's ever had like an emotional bond was with his like newborn son.
Wow, that's powerful.
I was like, gave
That's
me like,
awesome.
gave me like goosebumps like listening to that. I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
First time he became human in that sense of like building like a genuine emotion, not trying to copy one. He had one for himself.
So then I watched like a actual psychiatrist, breaking, or was it a clinical psychologist? One of the two. They were doing a video and they were interviewing
Sociopaths.
a sociopath and a psychopath.
Did we try to spot those on Jubilee Psychopath?
Probably at one
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
And basically the difference is that psychopaths are born like that, sociopaths are made.
I
So
thought
he
they
was
act
made-
differently as well.
So the guy was made. So what did he explain his trauma? The guy who became okay.
From what I understand, psychopaths are specifically people who are like,
Violent.
yeah, like they're people who like can't control.
Yeah, that's
the
another
way that they
that's another
act.
difference that you can
Yeah.
discern between the two. But
Was-
the main difference is that like sociopaths aren't born like that. It's from like some kind of trauma.
It's like from what I understand, sociopaths like put on a mask, whereas psychopaths don't have the ability to put
Yes,
on a mask
that's
at all.
an-
They're
yeah,
impulsive.
that's what it is.
Psychopaths are impulsive. They'll just
Yeah,
do it.
exactly.
Like Jinx from League of Legends, psychopath. She'll just do it.
Yeah,
Joker,
It's like
Harley
psychopaths
Quinn.
aren't evil or anything like that. It's like they literally just lack the ability to
They-
have that nuance or whatever. in
But the
their,
thing is,
like,
sociopaths
thoughts.
like it's not mutually exclusive. Sociopaths can also be super impulsive.
Yeah.
In your response, like that.
That's-
you know?
Yeah,
If
so
you're-
they can be both.
No, because
I was like, I thought they were
the main
opposites.
difference was that they're opposites. But the main difference was that a sociopath isn't born like that.
Right.
One is created, the other one's
Just,
inherently.
yeah.
Which okay, so I don't know how many psychopaths are born, but there are a decent number in the general human population. Now, going back to the previous episode called like like the Bible times. What do you think like a psychopath, someone actually just born like that? How do you think you just killed them? You think they like hit it? You think like they were like berserkers or like what do you?
They probably didn't know. They probably thought they were
existed.
just violent people or something.
But,
I
like,
don't know.
you think they actually, because back then everything was so chaotic, you think they could have like worked in that?
That's what
feel
I
like-
was
you know,
thinking. It's
like,
like
they
people
probably
like
could've
like the amount of
worked.
barbarism that went
Yeah.
back then before like codified
I feel like
laws
they
or
would have been
anything.
fine. Like,
Yeah.
that
I mean,
because
because
it's a
if you-
perfect playground.
They're probably the people who are like most in power. or
That's what I was
whatever.
gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like
another
the
thing.
Mad King.
Sociopaths have made really good like business CEOs.
Yeah, because they can just think. Just think.
They
You know,
just like go full like analytical mode or something.
Yeah.
Or like they wouldn't care about like cutting this person. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Oh, they know. Like they'll protect the business, and make profit, and not worry about the small shit.
Yeah.
Small shit. Yeah, but no, I think that's what I'm trying to think. Because like I know when people with special needs, they were referred to as like fools, and they're put in cages and shit back then. I'm like, that was one section of like we still have people with special needs today, but like that's what they put them in. With psychopaths and sociopaths, like what the fuck were they doing? Because they still
I
exist.
think for them, it's not a real like thing people saw as like a disability back then.
Probably not. They just like, this
They
nigga
probably
just
didn't even know it
good at
existed.
killing
They were probably
people.
like, "Damn, this dude's like wild. Like
Yeah.
what the hell? Like damn."
Jerry's a crazy ass
Like,
dude,
I mean,
man.
a sociopath specifically. How do you even diagnose that in the Middle Ages? I don't think you can.
Sociopath? No, but I think you could diagnose a psychopath. But I don't know if you can.
You're probably just like, "Damn, that dude's impulsive."
mental health is still like a new science technically.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
I mean, I don't even think the term sociopath existed until like less than 50 years ago.
The last century.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like probably like in the fucking like 50s or 60s that shit existed.
Okay. When they finally learned, like, there's actually like hunters among us. Like, wait a second.
Yeah,
The
not-
closest thing you would have to like a psychopath would be like a Mad Hatter in the 1800s,
yeah, like
yeah,
Genghis Khan
or just like someone the mad or the crazy, they would call them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they said like the Emperor Nero was mad.
Yes.
Like they just called him mad.
Probably had a mental disorder. And had the most
Probably
powerful spot
was
in
a
the
psychopath.
world. Had the most powerful spot. Okay, never mind. So yeah, they probably were in positions.
That's
of
what I'm
power.
saying. Like, I feel like they probably were. Because, like, what the fuck do you do against
I'm
that?
going to war.
If you have, like, a legitimate psychopath ruling and, like, a nation or some shit, like, what the fuck do you even do against that? That's scary.
All your wealth,
Like-
money, and power tied to one dude tweaking, like drinking blood of like children for no reason, just because. Just
Really, like, fucking, like, Ivan the Terrible, like, Vlad the Impaler, and tell me they're not psychopaths? Like,
yeah, damn.
It's in the name.
yeah, I mean,
Like you said, it's in the name.
I mean, shout out my psychopath homies out there, but, like,
What the fuck do you mean by that?
I mean, maybe we got a psychopath listening to the show. I don't know.
I appreciate. If
Why are you
go
hailing
into-
Hitler right now? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was
That
that?
was not.
My
even-
heart goes out to you if you're a psychopath.
What the fuck was that?
I was. It's
That
not-
wasn't even like that fucking my heart goes out to you shit. This motherfucker just did the hardest Sieg Heil I've ever seen in my life. There was no hesitation, no nothing.
Audio listeners, this is misinformation.
Audio listeners,
My
this dude
hands-
just
my hands
he
were
just did it
crooked.
again. That's
It's-
just crazy.
It's like think of like a pterodactyl, a chicken wing. I can
Oh, is that
literally-
your left hand?
It's my left hand.
Oh, he's a Klansman.
Oh, great, even better.
Oh. Anyways, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say, John. You just derailed my whole.
Oh, I derailed it. Okay. All right, Hitler.
Well, Heil Hitler, bitch!
Yo, you gotta watch Breaking Bad at some point.
I low key want like a Scat Cast highlights of how many times we've referenced Hitler in the show.
That shit would
If I had like
probably
$1,
that would probably be like an hour-long compilation. I'm not gonna lie. We've talked about Hitler like too much.
just a little bit. But you
Too
know what's
much.
crazy? I still think I feel like I've said this before. He's like the biggest like contemporary villain.
I mean, he is. If you had
In
to pick,
recent modern
if you had to
history, he
pick
is.
one person to be humanity's villain, it would be Hitler.
Yes.
I think pretty much everyone would agree with that.
Yes, but like
Oh, he's
Genghis
Elon
Khan or
Musk.
Genghis Khan, however you want to say it, he objectively did more bad than Hitler.
But Hitler's what you think of though.
Yeah, because they
Hitler's like a cartoonish villain.
He was a cartoon villain.
That's what I'm
back
saying.
in the 40s.
Yes. Hitler, dude, he was in fucking Dragon Ball. Like,
You did this?
yes, in the fucking there's in one of the Dragon Ball movies, hell like breaks free and everyone breaks out of hell and starts invading the earth. And then like in the middle of just fucking downtown Tokyo, Hitler starts riding through on fucking tanks and shit. And Goten and Trunks have to go fight him.
Thank you, Toriyama.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck?
That's peak.
I don't like. Yeah, there's no one else.
Oh my god!
Yeah, no, he was dead ass in it.
Dude, he looks awesome.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
The purple fit is crazy.
Yeah,
He just brought his ass back.
I think we should have like a rule in place where we have like a, I don't know, some kind of punishment that happens if we bring up Hitler.
What if it's relevant?
We said
What if it's relevant to like...
we have to dance around it and not say the name.
Oh.
It has to be like a punishment for saying the name Hitler.
He must not be named.
Yeah,
So
like
this
we-
German, this Austrian dude.
So this painter, right?
This artist from the 19th century.
it's World War I veteran.
I guess there's a couple ways to say what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I don't know, dude. I think there should be have like a Hitler button or something. You know what I mean? Like
Adolf the Terrible.
Adolf the Terrible.
It's not even wrong, though. It's not a wrong assessment.
I ain't gonna lie, that would be kind of a badass name.
Don't make
I think if his name was Adolf the Terrible instead of Hitler, he'd probably gain a couple aura points.
which is really fucked up to say because like Adolf Hitler just it sounds scary, but you know it was attached to a soy-looking man. So like you're thinking of like this soy rage just being ultra violent. You're like, oh my god, I can't believe
Is it just me or does Hitler look kind of stupid? Like just looking at his
He
face.
did get some damage. I forget what he was. I don't know if he was. What
He was gassed.
Yeah,
Yeah, he kind of looks like he has like fetal alcohol syndrome or something
Probably
too.
did.
I don't
His dad
know.
was
No, he doesn't
not
look
the
like
nicest
that.
father.
I don't know. He has like really just like small like I don't know like forehead and type. You know what I mean? Like he has like that kind of like scrunched looking face a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think he was just old.
He wasn't even that
when he
old.
was the Fuhrer.
He's
not
not
that old.
He was like his
40s.
late 40s.
Yeah, it's not that old.
I mean, that's
I
when
mean,
he,
back then, okay. Yeah, I've been
also he
seeing these-
smoked, so he probably aged.
I don't know if
that's
y'all seen these
true, yeah.
comparisons. They'll be like the people in the people in their 20s in the 1980s had like, you know, fucking the dad circle. You know what I'm talking about? The dad circle where like
The fuck is the dad circle? You're saying that shit like it's a
bald
fryer.
spot?
a boss, you know, like everything's pushed back and they just have like
the McDonald's thing.
Like the Homer Simpson hair.
That's normal.
yeah, but like they still have like hair on the side. They're like that 20-year-olds in the 1980s.
20-year-olds still have that today.
Damn, man.
I mean, like me too. So
Yeah, fuck.
But then they do like the 20-year-olds now thing where like they have like they look like a young youthful lad, and I'm like it's kind of true because they're playing 20-year-olds in like Greece, and like these motherfuckers just look like adults. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think people look younger now in general.
it's probably with all the GMOs in Red 40.
probably because they're not exposed to as many carcinogens and smoke less.
I like my theory more.
It's because they're on their computers all the time and not exposed to the sun.
They're getting hit with radiation.
That's actually a part of it too.
Yeah.
UV light wrinkles the skin.
Well, I guess when you're outside all day working sharecropping, you kind of crumple like a raisin.
Damn, I gotta get out of this industry, bro. I'm gonna crumple.
Are you getting
put
tan, dog?
sunscreen
Looking at
on.
your arms, you're looking a little orange.
Yeah, it's crazy, like how, like the fucking
Damn.
difference between that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tan man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm normally pale as fuck. This shit's probably reflecting light off of it on the fucking camera right now. God damn.
Yeah, sunscreen's like $12 for a bottle, a big bottle.
See, I need to use sunscreen. I don't.
Skin
You could
cancer.
fix that by using it.
Oh, you're right.
You like that fucking Drake and Yachty meme? When he's pointing at the computer, like explaining how to fix the shit. You know the meme. Now
I
you
know.
just
I'm just fucking with you. Yeah. Sometimes just like fucking with you. You're a really easy person to fuck with. I'm not gonna lie.
I like that. I like that.
I know you like to think you're not easy to gaslight, but like you kind of are.
Oh wow, I trust my friends to a degree. Wow, I'm such a bad person.
I didn't say you're a bad person. I just said it's funny. Yeah, I mean, it's just funny. You know, every once in a while you gotta have a friend that you just like, you know, take advantage of. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So have y'all like seen the war on circumcision online?
Is that a thing?
Actually, my first question: are you guys circumcised?
Who's asking?
Wouldn't you like to know, bud?
Yeah, so I'm asking.
Yeah.
You both are.
Without my consent.
Okay, shut the fuck. That's exactly what they say. No, but yeah, I'm too. 80% of the country is circumcised.
Yeah.
But apparently that's not a thing in Europe. They don't circumcise
they
their
leave
kids.
them shits
Yeah.
on.
I didn't know that until like last night. I went like down a mini rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So like I was on Twitter over the weekend briefly before I deleted my account, but there's like a bunch like I saw like this thread of people just like shitting on circumcision. I was like, what the fuck's going on? People were like,
Yeah.
oh, it's genital mutilation. Oh, it doesn't actually do anything. Oh, what was it? Jewish people and their barbarism and all this shit. Yeah, I was like, what is this? This is
It's
stupid.
always the Jews.
It's like some
I was just typical Twitter thread. I don't just
Kanye
keep it
burner.
up. And then Jake Tran made a video 6 days ago
Who's
about
Who's that?
you know Jake Tran. He made the I used to watch him in the living room. It was like the 30-minute documentaries or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a video like 6 days ago, like why circumcision is a scam, and like the thumbnail was like pretty. Actually, no, it wasn't that scary. It was just the banana getting the top cut off. But it was like a red back. I don't know, but
It's just scary.
no, it was what do you call it? It caught my eye,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
Attention grabbing.
yeah, in the video, he's like, "Oh, it's been proven that they don't actually have any health benefits." And I did like some quick research, just like National Institute of Health. Yes, it prevents STIs, infection,
Because it doesn't get stuck
UTIs.
up in there and like
It's easier to clean. It's
Yeah.
simply because it's easier to clean. Apparently, it decreases your chances to contract HIV.
Yeah, because
which
it doesn't
doesn't
get to
ma-
cook in there.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
That doesn't make sense to me either.
Yeah.
Because like
You have to get it from.
It's
yeah.
easy. What? How do you get HIV?
why is that an argument? Like,
Well, I'm
just don't have like, I don't know, protection,
Just wear a
abstinence.
condom, yeah.
But
Because you only get HIV through sex.
with
so,
a
like,
person
how-
with HIV.
Yes, like how the fuck is being circumcised versus not going to make it any different?
I guess it can.
Because you're just
just-
having sex with the person
just
regardless.
stays in there and then.
Yeah, but I mean, you get it regardless. It's from like the
Oh,
general
oh.
contact. Yeah.
Is there is there a 100% catch rate of HIV? Is it like
I mean, not
Well, it's not
necessarily.
100%, but I mean,
That's what I'm
like,
saying. I guess you know it's.
I
easier
guess
to
it might be like a little bit.
I don't
higher.
think
I
it
guess-
should be a part of the argument to get
maybe
circumcised.
just
but
the bacteria.
I guess okay. Let's. I assume I know where you're going with this, but I want to ask just because I'm curious. Would y'all want your kids to get circumcised?
yeah, I have no issues.
I'm not really opposed to it. I mean, I just.
But
never
like,
gotta-
if like yes or no.
It's also
like,
free because
Oh, is it free?
yeah,
Okay, I
some
can
law
take it.
passed in like the 70s or 80s. It was one of I think Lyndon B. Johnson's thing with like Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah.
Essentially, like when newborns are born, like some hospital expenses have to be covered by Medicare, Medicaid services, or like it goes down like the insurance companies today. And circumcision fell under one of those criteria. So hospitals kind of saw it as like free money, like. Yeah. It's a free check from the government. It's a free check from insurance companies.
Yeah.
So, like on average, there's a survey done. This is pretty
They
fascinating.
get a circumcision check from the government.
Well, like it's just a bill. It's like, oh, we did this procedure.
Yeah.
You have to pay the people who do it, like the operating room expense and everything. But anyway, it's a free check.
Yeah.
Because someone has to pay it legally. So it's a pretty interesting survey that was done a couple of years ago. On average, it took 8 to 9 attempts, to like have these people's kids not get a circumcision, like being asked to. They had to be asked 8 or 9 times. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
By like doctors, nurses, whoever.
Why do you ask so many times though? What's
Because
they really want you to get circumcised.
Yeah, it must be a thing they push. But
Because they get money for it.
yeah, it's free. I mean,
I don't know.
but apparently beauty companies now pay hospitals for the foreskin. Yes, that's a whole thing I was not expecting in the fucking
the
video.
stem cells? There's little stem cells?
No, the stem cells aren't in foreskin. It's just skin.
Yeah.
Like,
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't know what else you need it
apparently
for.
it's got some shit that's good for your face. I don't know. But beauty companies buy it and they pay hospitals for it and they just sell it.
They're literally just fucking... They're foreskin dealers.
Yeah.
What? Get you, man.
Hospitals
Y'all remember that?
Circumcision.
Everyone talking about fucking stealing X's fucking son's foreskin out the
That
dumpster.
was in 2018.
That was a long.
But it's like American Nursing Association, American Medical Association, College of Obstetrician and Gynecologists, American Pediatricians, whatever the fuck. They all unanimously agree that it's like, net positive to circumcise your kids.
To me, I'm kind of like 50-50 on it. I don't know.
So hospitals went from stealing bodies to stealing foreskin. That's all I need to know.
Because for me, I'm just like, if you keep it clean regardless, then...
Well, the thing is, it's harder to clean it.
Yeah,
I mean, I know it's harder
Yeah.
to clean, but like, still, if you keep it clean, it's
Well,
not really a
Okay, you're
big deal.
saying keep it clean. That's a high standard of living. Now, do most people fall in that high standard of living? No. The bare
but
minimum.
as a parent, you have like a certain level of hygiene that you can at least insist
I've
upon your
cleaned
child.
houses.
You know,
What you're imagining is the standard.
I agree. I mean,
most people fall under. Most people fall
Yeah,
under.
no, I agree.
And so it's not really fair to be like, you have to do more work to clean yourself versus just washing water in your dick. Asking some dude to really get in there, he's not doing it. He's just
Somebody who works in patient care, I would absolutely prefer it if my patients were circumcised.
Yes, exactly. 'Cause, you're asking people to do extra work to take care of themselves, like brush their teeth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, no, definitely. Maybe just for the simplicity of it, because I'm not going to expect this nigga to watch it. Just
He also said something in the video where it's like people who are circumcised report sexual dysfunction and like decreased sensation on
it's
their
nerve. You lose nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I looked it up and that's not the case. Like people
that's
don't
just false?
report
I've
that.
always heard that.
I've heard that, but I guess that's just cope for them losing their coat.
I mean, some people probably experience it, but it's not unanimous or
Like a nipple
not,
pill shit,
not
like
enough of a trend to like.
like a nipple thing. Like if you
From
if
what
you
I
experience
understand,
feeling in it.
From what I understand, when you have foreskin, your head isn't exposed as much.
So it's more sensitive. Okay. that
So
makes
you're
sense.
not actually losing like nervousness or whatever. Like you physically like you aren't as
used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's like
okay.
going barefoot after wearing shoes all the time, pretty much.
Okay.
Which is your little penis sock. I don't know. I probably would. It's just like I've thought about it before. I'm like, they can always get circumcised later, you know?
Actually,
that's kinda how I
no.
see
They,
it.
actually, funny enough, it's actually recommended you don't do it later on in life.
Is there a reason why?
It's unnecessary. If it's like, I don't know, it's just not worth it for them. I guess the
Yeah.
beauty companies don't want it if it's not for my baby. No, but like,
Do they still get it for free?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Imagine
part of it-
paying
that's part of it, too.
50 to 100 grand for in a little jar.
you just have like a fucking.
want it? It's good for your face.
It's like you have fucking like hundreds of babies' foreskin in a jar, like shaking it around.
Oh, also, babies are really fragile and can't tolerate medication, so they don't use anesthesia.
They just cut it.
Yeah. There are like some
I
nurses
don't
in the
remember
comments that
the-
were like, "Yeah, I've seen a
yeah,
circumcision.
you were a
it's
fucking
not
newborn.
pleasant."
Of course, you don't remember it.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like they don't remember it. Like
Yeah.
80% of Americans go through
He's
this.
stressing because he doesn't remember it. Of course, you don't fucking
Dude,
remember
I'm
it.
like imagining me feeling so.
No, they did this to us.
I'm literally imagining someone with a parasite just going, all right. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What?
Imagine that being your earliest memory.
Literally, first, like,
Imagine that being one of the first things that
they
happens to you.
slap your
literally
Literally.
ass
not
and then cut
possible.
that shit off.
But
What?
Oh yeah.
it's not possible to have memories when you're that young. Like,
I'm just
fresh
saying,
out of the womb.
You know, like,
Just imagine that be like one of the
Your
first
first
things. You're in
experience,
a
yeah.
dark hole. You spend fucking hours being shoved through this tight, wet fucking crevice. This fucking
There's
ugly
an
ass.
episode of Family Guy where like Stewie fucks up his time machine and time is moving backwards.
Yeah.
So it goes back to like the moment he's born and they're about to like shove
Push him
him
back
back in
in.
the vagina.
yeah. It's like, Brian,
So he has to go. He has to go. They like pull him backwards into the OR and like attach foreskin to him.
That's crazy. How much would y'all have to be paid to have your foreskin
Put back
reattached? Yeah.
People were saying that in the comments, unironically.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I would totally take my foreskin back. They did this without my consent. It's barbarism and it's genital mutilation, which is a totally different criteria, by the way.
I want my foreskin back.
Dude, there are people in the comments complaining about how women can't get circumcised. Like, because women's circumcision is not a thing. It was literally made
To torture.
to torture and make
Yeah.
sex painful and reinforce the patriarchy.
Yeah.
Circumcision actually started because it was a human sacrifice ritual.
The foreskin?
Yes, by like Egyptians and obviously the Hebrews.
Why would they sacrifice the foreskin?
I don't know.
Just the part you don't need. I don't know.
Well,
Cut off your hair. What the fuck?
I guess it's also like an evolution of They would also do this to prisoners of war. They would cut off their nads, like their manhood. They would sacrifice that.
Okay, but
I don't know why they would do it to themselves. I don't know. I wasn't them.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but foreskin?
Yeah.
Like you said, it's just skin. What the fuck is the point? Like, if you're cutting off your balls, like, damn, I need that. I get that, but like,
That's hard.
yeah. Well, you can't even get hard after that. It's like I don't even. Actually, wait, can you get hard without balls?
Maybe with like a Viagra. It's just blood at that point.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Because like, do you really need your balls after a vasectomy? No, it's just kind of there.
Well,
am I the-
they're still there. They're still making stuff like hormones.
Did y'all ever think that a boner was like an actual bone?
No.
Not because that shit bent. It didn't like bend.
It
I
goes
thought
limp
that's why
and
they called it a boner.
Because they put a bone inside.
Yeah, I thought
Like a bone would like retract.
Yeah, that's what I thought happened. It's like how a cat has like the fucking retractable claws and shit, but it's like your dick bone.
Retractable claws. When I saw that shit, like actually, I was like, yo, that's actually fucking scary. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool, but it's like they just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now imagine you do that like with your dick.
Just little penis bone.
It's not just like the foreskin. He goes. It's like a fucking switchblade.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else?
Shit, I don't think so. Darren,
Oh, another thing. The dude who originally came up with the circumcision is safer. Like it prevents all this stuff. And it was in like the the early 1800s. He noticed that Jewish people were less likely to contract syphilis.
Oh yeah.
So then he was like, "Oh, dude, it's obviously the foreskin."
He cracked it like that. He
Yeah,
was like,
that's exactly how like Jake Train described it in the video. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I mean, that's probably what it was. I'm not gonna lie.
not any of the other like hand washing
I
practices.
think it was because they like, well, obviously, it's in their religion to like don't have
Wash.
sex until
Yeah, that's
marriage.
probably all it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they marry them amongst themselves too. So
Yeah.
you know that's what I think it was, but
No, Darren, it was the foreskin.
it had to be the foreskin.
It had to be the foreskin.
He cracked the code. And with that, thank you guys for listening. This has been John. This has been Alfonso, and I've been Darren.
You're not Darren.
I'm
Sorry, bud, you're not him.
You are not him. You're not that guy, pal.
not that guy.
You're not that guy.
I'm not that guy. But thank you guys for listening. We're on TikTok, podcasts, places like Spotify, YouTube, your SoundCloud.
All over the place. We're here every week.
Your mother's
We're
speakers,
always here.
you know, we're there.
You never know what the fuck we're going to talk about. We don't know either.
Shout out to
I can say
boys
that
at
right now.
Sell Raise, buy low, sell anywhere. They got AI. They got little subscriptions. Search up SELLRAZE.
Friends of the show.
Friends of the show. I am on Twitch sometimes. I think this guy's trying to play some games with me maybe, and we can have some fun.
You wish, pal.
Dude, I never win. But yeah, that's it for me. I got anything?
That should be it. I appreciate the shout outs and everything. All right.
Yeah.
Talk to y'all later. Bye.
See you.